am super excited to hear about ECCOS Channel and your plans and what motivated you to do this. So yeah, give us an introduction to ECCOS and we'll go from there.
Okay, so I start with some story, like the motivation, definitely the base. It is and forever will be the love, the deep love I have for nature. I think I told you once. I remember I was very, very young as a child and having this trip to Algarve, going to have the summertime at South. At the time, there was no highway. And so we went all through the national road. And I remember to pass through some burned areas because unfortunately in Portugal, this is something quite regular every year. That is quite natural as well. Even so, and I remember to watch some green trees in the middle of the black environment. And I remember to wish them all one by one, I hope you grow healthy and beautiful. And this is, I would say, the most remote memory I have connecting me directly to Mother Nature. And from that, I went for a wide range of personal, professional experience, but my love of nature was so strong in the end, like around my 30s, I gave up being a businessman in interior design area, where I met Mauricio Woman, that I know you know him quite well. And after that experience, I was so exhausted, so I just turned myself to my great passion, that is surf, and as well because with surf, working in with surf and teaching people, I was a surf teacher for 18 years, a little bit too much. And but the connection with the element as well, nature, was so deep and intense, so I really went there. Unfortunately, with time, my body started to say, man, this is done, we are done. So at my 50, I went to the university, and plus specialization in the ISO norm 40001, that is company sustainability. That for me was amazing to just start and study again at my 50 after, like, I would say more than 30 years without studying. It was very hard. But in the end of the course, I understand 20% of the course was like the end of it was the metrics part. And then I understand, and then I understood that those 20 is going to be my 80% of work, like being inside an office and just putting metrics information to get the ISO standard, um, um, all the certification we need to with basically those metrics. So I was like, okay, this is very interesting, but definitely this is not what I want to be and do in my life. So I went to environmental education, and I did it with a very, very high note in the end. That made me very proud. And just getting to ECCOS, I remember during that course, I was having my morning habit. I still have it now, trying to combat him, even so with the filter now better. And I was having my morning habit of taking breakfast, watching the news. And I remember it was when Gaza started to be the war with Israel, plus the Ukrainian war. And I actually had to stop to watch the news because it was so intense, the information and all these crazy things happening. And I was so kind of frustrated and sad. And my inner voice was like, Jesus, it's in the world, is everything so bad? And like, in the TV news, everything it's always so bad, negative, and I strongly believe we live in a fear society because for sure make us consume more, and I'm like a very, very bad consumer. I try to not consume less experience. I love experience and meeting people, and that inner voice keep going saying, why don't you do something about it? Because when you deal with a problem or some frustration, I believe we are the ones who have to do something about it. And after some month, after I end the course in the university, I went to Algarve Algarve at Valdelama, and I took a week kind of workshop, kind of a retreat. And I was there with Associação Novas Descobertas, having this amazing experience about regeneration, and plus my permaculture course that I took with Mauricio, starting to develop this kind of idea. And in the end of that week, very intense week, because in the morning we had theory, and then in the afternoon we went to Valdelama to make some practice. In the end, we have this beautiful draw of a tree, and we had to put one seed or more, but we had to put at least one seed. And my seed was, I still remember putting on the post-it ECCOS, and then I put it there, and I kind of wish, and I kind of initiate for the first time, okay, this is going to be my personal project that I want to become. I had a very good feedback of the instructor, Hugo. At the time, it was like, that's cool idea, because, you know, in this world of regeneration, of this movement, everybody wants to plant trees, and actually we do need persons doing other stuff, and media, it's always something good. And that's it. Mainly, it was born, the seed was put there, now it's growing. Now I have my own tree, and ECCOS Channel, I have the image, I have the logo, I'm already working on quite fully and full gas on Instagram as well, Facebook. And the base of it, it's going to be a YouTube channel, but because the core of it make me think more and more the concept, so in a more detailed way. So it's taking a little bit too much time than the other platforms. But I can say I start already, and I have almost finished my first episode of my first series. That it's going to be Dreamers, Nature Lovers. This first series is going to be in Portuguese. So the title will be Sonhadores, Amantes da Natureza. So I have this first very, very good experience episode, actually in English, but it's going to be this kind of first season, episode 0, because it's going to be the one who's going to launch all the bases for the other ones. And my first series is going to be the next 6 episodes. I want them to be full in Portuguese. Then I want to make a second edition of episodes that will be projects. And for sure, Galinga Tribes, as well you, Victor. I want you to be... I will interview you at that time, because it's going to be projects. And then my third, and I believe this year is going to be it, my third will be, again, Sonhadores, Amantes da Natureza, but this time, yes, in English, because I have a mentor already. I'm working with Dr. Tube, that is Vartan. It's a Brazilian guy living in Portugal, specialized in helping other people launching YouTube channels. And we're gonna make this kind of experience full Portuguese, mix English and Portuguese, and full English. And then next year, 2026, for sure, I'm thinking about making my channel international, starting to speak in English after the experience. Let's see how it's going. And then, yeah, going to national, from national to European level. And let's see if the tree grow healthy and well, and maybe 2027, 2028, maybe going international, fully global.
Beautiful. Thank you for sharing your journey. It's amazing. Did you ever, as you drove in the years after by those trees in the burned out landscape, did any of them grow, or any of them still growing? They're probably big trees by now.
Well, for sure, I hope. Mainly pine trees. I was very, very young, and things changed quite a lot. So a lot of the areas I don't pass through so much, because now usually we go by highway, and this was really like I'm 51, just people to understand, and I think I was around 9/11, so this was like 40 years ago. And at that time, people didn't, at least my family, we had one trip a year. That was the summertime trip. It was not so common like in our days. People just travel and keep traveling. So I cannot really tell, but I can tell in Portugal generally nature is quite resilient, and I hope so. At least my wishes were there, and I think so.
It would be interesting if you could find some of them and see them grow. That would be an
But
episode in and of
but
itself.
okay,
But
but it was on the road, Victor. I remember to be, you understand, I was in the window of the car and just the landscape was, I have no memory of the exact place. I have the memory
but
of
searching
that.
for the trees could be an interesting episode. But I love the concept. So, if I understand correctly, ECCOS is going to be a media channel
Yeah. So,
presenting generative stories primarily on YouTube, but also everywhere else as is the time of the day, correct?
so having myself dealing in the past with a lot of resistance of social media that I still have because I believe somehow if us as society, as human beings, we don't really know how to deal with them. In my opinion, social media make us more apart than connect. I can give my best personal example is my family WhatsApp group that since it exists, I can say, I risk myself to say almost for sure, we actually meet together less than ever. So in our days, we live this kind of generation that I know my niece almost by WhatsApp, by photos, and I have the feeling maybe I'm old-fashioned way of feeling and being. I don't believe so, but sometimes like people just put a photo and they feel themselves connecting to the world, and that's it, and it's all pixel. I actually once with my brother, I communicate him the concept that yeah, I know Maria do Mar by pixel, you know. So I really want to work that connection dynamic more because as a dreamer, my goal is to follow up others' dreamers and help them to promote their own dream in a way they can inspire others. And like, as you know, I'm doing the podcast for The Gathering and the gatherings in general, all types of events. This is always this kind of a gathering moment. But what I can feel and resonate a lot about me is like I believe we kind of live more and more and more in bubbles. That's okay. The universe is made of quantic bubbles. I believe we are just one universe of many, many, many. But I don't know, society is turning so in this bubble way that we all are together, everything is beautiful, everything resonates, and then we go to our own lives, and that's it. And so it's quite yin yang. Even so, going more technical with the things I'm learning and studying, because as autodidact, I study a lot by myself. So my strategy will be LinkedIn. It's going to be full on the project itself, more like corporate information, what I am doing, what I am achieving, etc. Instagram, it's going to be like almost everything I can share as well. And the invitation is done. Everybody who has an Instagram page and have the feeling and they want to promote with ECCOS Channel support, you can just add me as a collaborator. I will analyze the information and with pleasure, if I identify with it, being quite ecological area, I will share it for sure. So it's a little bit for everybody, every kind of projects in this ecological area. Facebook, I'm turning more and more specifically to the contents that have links um, to make reservations or inscriptions. You know, people have to fill it up a file because in Instagram that's not possible. And I would say more elaborated content. And for sure, YouTube having now the less worked channel of them all, it will be the central part of my tree for sure. It will be like the base of everything. It will be YouTube channel. So ECCOS, mainly actually the first concept I wrote, it was all about being a YouTube channel. I just didn't have at that time the notion that to make something well done and good done at ECCOS channel, at a YouTube channel, you really need to focus and to work on. And Vartan, the guy, my mentor, is helping to understand that. So you can just share everything you want at YouTube, but this is not my goal. And just to have a compliment, I want everything that I develop, I want it to be for free. So my goal is to monetize by YouTube and getting some income by YouTube. And that way I can share for free all the informations, all the future courses me and others want to give, everything that I want to share. That's my goal. Just a free platform. People want to know about it. People want to connect with others. People want to dream or just to inspire themselves. And they go to ECCOS channel and that's it. Not charging, not asking nothing return, just for free.
That's beautiful. I'm curious what the business model is, but most importantly, I want to know what help do you need? Who are you looking to connect with? What kind of support are you looking for? How can people connect and support ECOS?
So at the moment, my main need is to build a team. I already have Vartan with Dr. Tube. That part is paid. Part we're going to try to make a collaboration, like giving him credits on my videos. I really, really need, and I would love to have someone on my boat, on my project, helping me with social media platforms, because it's a hell of a work, and I feel I'm not the best person to do it. And from that, in the future, sponsors. I already have a sponsor for my first series, that is Fractal, the Mauritius company. But in the future, for sure, I will need sponsors. But at the time, in a more specific way, if someone is hearing me and resonate this type of project and you want to collaborate, I really need someone to help with social platforms. And plus that, I mean, like people like you, Victor, help me a lot, having me as your, I would say, at the moment, official podcaster of the post camps, the Gathering of Tribes interviews, and everybody who feel the need, actually, because I'm here to help, not just to ask and take. I really believe more I can help, more I will have. So if someone resonates with the channel and want me to help him to promote, that's like amazing. I will need contacts, companies to go with, or projects, etc. So I'm open, wide open to collaborations as well, contents. And if you are a dreamer, please contact me. I will help to promote your dream for sure.
Beautiful. Thank you. Yeah, I know you're full of giving and your project is full of giving, but I think also it's important that we also learn in a non-desperate, non-greedy way, but to clearly say what is it that we need and what support that we need. So you're searching for team, for social media, and for other parts of building the channel as well. So I wanted to ask at the end, I hope it will not become a very long answer because we're running out of time, but what do you think? Because as you said at the start, right, the regular media were pounded with negative news, fear, more and more hatred, more and more othering of this group or that group. How can we create and get the positive message out into the world?
Well, I'm gonna start by a very cliche sentence, but truly, in meditation, all masters I read and I communicate with, they always have these very cliche and simple solutions. But the cliche as well, the simple sentence, they have a lot. And people, we live in such a superficial dynamics by the way you look, the way what do you have, and all we really need is love. And what I mean by that is people start to really understand what they really want in life, and not in the bank account or not specifically in the career, not to show, just to feel. My first episode where I interviewed Nadia Dunker from an amazing project in central Portugal that is Freedomville. And she was in a workshop. And I will finish with this because I think, as well, the cliche sentence, all we need is love. This is a great sentence. So we heard from the speaker at a time in this kind of a workshop she was having, 4 days retreat, and the speaker said, we are becoming more and more and more human doers. We have to be again human beings. And it resonates so much with me. So I really want to help people to be more than to do. Of course, what you do define what you are, but in a way that people a lot of times don't connect with others because what they do and not what do they are. And I think we are missing this in humanity. This is why I believe there are so many wars and people feed themselves consuming stuff, either trips, experience, either people having the need to, every year I need to go and far and fly and whatever. I don't know, if you're really happy, you actually don't need nothing. Sometimes just need to be. And we are forgetting that part. So I believe, like, if we starting to again to focus in what we are, how do we feel with, like, okay, now yes, what we do, that's great. But usually people, they kind of switch. They think what I do, it's gonna define what I feel, and I want to help people to uh, make the switch, the regeneration, start to do what make you feel better. And I hope I can do this.
It's a beautiful note to end on. Thank you. And definitely, we need many more people. We need you to succeed and many others to succeed as well at spreading the message and the yeah the culture, the energy of of love, of connection, and understanding that we are all together here on one planet, so we cannot separate ourselves because we're here together.
Yeah,
Beautiful.
definitely.
Thank you. I hope you succeed, and I'll do my best to spread this. And yeah,
And thank
look.
you so much, Victor, for all the opportunities and support and help you give me to my project as well, personally, as a mentor as well.
Yeah, well, thank you for all of the interviews, and I hope that this is the start of our journey together.
Okay. It is for sure. We start already. And guys, go and check it out, the post-gathering interviews. It's quite inspiring conversations. And actually, you are helping me a lot because this is why I saying already are it's happening because by those interviews, I'm getting a lot of contacts and as well opportunities to introduce my project. So again, thank you for everything, Victor, and
Thank
stay
you.
beautiful like you
Thank
are.
you for everything you do. All right, cool. Thanks. I think you.
Man, you were so you're gonna when you were like, what about it?
Well, I have
Yeah.
somebody that I'm late for my next meeting already, and I
Okay,
promise.
man.
So, but I think it was good. It was short and sweet, and will emphasize the ask when I posted. And yeah, remember, this is a key thing we all need to learn into the ecosystem, how to clearly put out the invitation for support. And this is the way to think about it, as an invitation to play. People come, people don't come, their choice, but we need to be clear at how we put out the invitation to play.
So maybe then you put my contacts as well, email and phone number if you want. I can send you.
I will, this, I mean,
How you
was a,
gonna? Yeah,
was
I gonna. Yeah, where are you gonna put So this is like your conference 2025.
It's like my personal conversations.
Okay.
And anyways, I will organize it with Wase, what info I want on it, and he'll share with you for the summary, etc. Cool.
Yeah,
Thanks.
and put a note on the